The best Radio Jingle Main News, brought to you by Moose Milling and Go TV Broadcasting Zambia Limited.
Radio Changelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Good afternoon with the main news. My name is Sera, Tamina. Kindly be informed that we're also live on our Radio Changelo Facebook page, and you can also listen to us on Radio Garden. The headlines: politicians urged to promote peace. UPND cadres arrested in Kitwe for attempting to march on Youth Day, and 2021 ABSA Cup quarterfinals kickoff with Forest Rangers facing Concola Blades at Woodland Stadium. And now the news in detail. Politicians have been urged to promote unity ahead of the general elections. Father Patrick Mupula of St. Joseph, Kalumbo Mission in Lufuanyama, who spoke against political violence, said politicians should be in the forefront of promoting unity, saying politics should not divide people during elections. Speaking to Radio Changelo News in Kitwe today, Father Mupula said Zambians should embrace love and live by the One Zambia, One Nation motto.
As Zambian people, this year we are going to the elections. And as we go to the elections, we need first of all to remember that we are one Zambia and one nation, as our forefather, Dr. Kaunda, had put it. Then even before that, we are imago Dei, created in the image and likeness of God. All these differences, whether you are PF, UPNG, or blah, 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 these matters must not separate us. Therefore, as we go into the elections, we must remain united as the year we are observing in the Catholic Diocese of Gondola. Love is very important. When we go to the hospital, whether whether you are PF or you are UPNG, the color of your blood, that one is fundamental. We are coming from the same source. There is no need to fight because the same person that you are fighting, we need to conduct ourselves in a very peaceful manner.
Police has confirmed the arresting of two of UPND cadres that attempted to conduct Youth Day march past in Kitwe's Central Business District yesterday. Police spokesperson Esther Mwatakatongo says the cadres were spotted in two Rosa buses carrying people clad in the UPND regalia, heading to where the ceremony was being held while chanting party slogans. Ms. Katongo said the cadres were advised to disperse but charged towards officers and began throwing stones at them. She added that investigations have continued with the aim of apprehending all those that were involved. Youths have been challenged to vie for different political positions in this year's polls. Speaking to Radio Changelo News, some parents of Osakile and Kitwe said time has come for young people to think of taking up leadership roles in the country.
Bantu kulima wale bantu mshahara wakalamba tabali barolekesha ku misepera so ngo twabula misepera ko twabika pa butungu mshahara barolekesha ku misepera shinawo
misepera nabo bafuire bakwata molu bali kutungulu lesalo cheso kwa chaya pantashi kwazi ngatwalolesa kubakalamba babini having abakalamba ngentungulushi bali monshiraimo tabale twafu tulele mwenga tulele kali afi mufintu fimofile kwa bulogu ya pantashi Echalo tachiresero kuya pantashi ngebe fyalo fimbe fyatupuruka natukwata bamisepera abengi mukyalo kyesu abasambirire n'abakwata amano yakifyalirwa eri n'amasambiriro ayapamula kwebati bitu batwala ekyalo kyesu pantashi bantu tekusambirira fe kwa kusukulu kwa kwebati basambirira lero ni bali aba bamisepera bakwete n'amano yakifyalirwa ebenga tungulunga ekyalo kyesu batokuya pantashi. As you'd see, actually, we can participate in this election
some within the MP, Member of Parliament, others councillors, others mayor, so that we can build our country. Because if you look on our parents, time has gone. So as youths, we can bring our fresh minds so that the country can go well. So in these positions, MP, mayor, and then councillor, youths we can participate.
And Copperbelt Permanent Secretary Bright Nundwe has implored the youths to make positive contributions to their communities and the nation as a whole. Speaking during the laying of wreaths to mark Youth Day commemoration in Ndola yesterday, Mr. Nundwe said young people should desist from alcohol abuse and other vices for them to make meaningful contribution to the country. He also urged the youths to desist from violence as the country heads to the polls in August this year.
Piece of advice, every single youth on the Commonwealth. We are in the midst of elections now. I don't expect any single youth to throw any sort of stone anywhere. We want to have peaceful elections like every single election that we've held before. There is no progress, there's no need, there's no significance in throwing stones anywhere. And therefore, the responsibility of government is, of course, to create that environment, which we've created. Let the youth take advantage of such environment.
Youth Day yesterday was held under the theme Enhancing National Development Through Youth Partnerships. Traders at Mpongwe Market have expressed concern over the distribution of empowerment funds. Speaking to Radio Chingolo News, some traders at the market said they have not benefited from the revolving fund. The traders, especially those that trade in second-hand clothes, have since appealed to government to ensure traders at the market benefit from the empowerment initiative.
Green market badipokerera n'abamutambalani bali abamutandikako cabbage shani badipokerera but fwe bamu twasangire that bali baparent pia balipoka bamu green market for empowerment like for them.
But what we share on if ever can ever be a preferred for market years if you ever go for life how when I'm gonna market to trade china kute 13 empowerment yaisa fair kuli one side ngai ife tatuli bantu bafireke baba pakati whether tunesha salaula tunesha pantu kuno kwa datiyo mara chita empower aba msala no ngaife ba salaula tatwa kwa tabana
kwere yes ya empowerment yali kwa gafe yaba fe iko na chakwe bati balya obalira ndati bama capital anono bama pera kwa kanono na fobere ko ina makapito to akwata tema capital akwe bati yakulu sana akwe bati balya obenga pera.
The Patriotic Front on the Copperbelt is pleased with the number of aspirants applying to contest as mayors, members of parliament, and councillors on the party ticket. Speaking when receiving the application from PF Copperbelt Mobilization Chairperson Bowman Lusambo, who wants to recontest the Kabushi parliamentary seat, PF Acting Provincial Chairperson Bernard Zulu said the overwhelming number of applicants shows how popular the ruling party is. Mr. Zulu, however, bemoaned the low number of women who have applied to be adopted as parliamentary candidates on the Copperbelt, which stood at 2 as of yesterday.
The response we are seeing a good average constituency. This signifies how popular the party actually wanted to be. And with some common prayer that this grants of a just crunch for people getting strengthened, getting better.
And Mr. Lusambo said he was eager to continue serving the people of Kabushi constituency.
Ifwe 5 years mwatupele natugomba naba Edgar Chagwalo natulekula market kapalala market tulekula emisoro mu Kabushi baati tibali muno tulekula ma police post mu Mukafuwa mu Mukubawa tulekula tuletera ama empowerment kuli bana mayo natukwata abana abalera mu masukulu obo tweyikulira kwata limpendo ya.
In sports, the 2021 ABSA Cup has kicked off today with Forest Rangers facing Concola Blades in the lunchtime quarter-final match at Woodland Stadium. Later at 15 hours today, defending champions Zesco United will tackle debutants Kansanshi Dynamos at the same venue. ABSA Cup quarterfinals will continue tomorrow at Woodland Stadium in Lusaka, in which Lusaka Dynamos will face Prison Leopards at 12:30 hours, and Zanaco will lock horns with Kawe Warriors at 15 hours. Winners of the ABSA Cup will pocket 600,000 kwacha. This news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Chengelo with compliments of Mosmilin and Go TV Broadcasting Zambia Limited. And now international news as monitored from the BBC. More than 500,000 people in besieged town in northern region of Mozambique have been driven from their homes in the past 12 months. It is a place cut off from the outside world by roving gangs of machete-wielding Islamist fighters, and it is now symptomatic of a wider security and humanitarian crisis that has engulfed a remote region the size of Scotland. An eyewitness described the ugly aftermath in the isolated village of Kirindi, close to the mangrove forests that line the nearby Indian Ocean, with bloodied bodies tied up with rope and severed heads carefully balanced on top of them. Shops, restaurants and schools will be closed across most of Italy on Monday, with PM Mario Draghi warning of a new wave of the coronavirus outbreak. For 3 days over Easter, 3rd to 5th April, there will be a total shutdown. Italy, which 1 year ago imposed one of the first national lockdowns, is once again struggling to contain the rapid spread of infections. The country has reported more than 100,000 COVID-related deaths, Europe's second highest tally after the UK. A serving Met police officer has been charged with the kidnap and murder of Sera Everett, who disappeared as she walked home in South London. The 33-year-old's body was found in Woodland in Kent more than a week after she was last spotted on 3rd March. Wayne Cousins, 48, will appear at Westminster Magistrate Court, later charged with her murder. Durham University has paid tribute to Miss Everett, described her as a beloved graduate. As we end the main news, we take a look at some of the stories making headlines. Politicians urge to promote peace. UPND cadres arrested in Kitu for attempting to march on Youth Day. And 2021 ABSA Cup quarterfinals kick off with Forest Rangers facing Concola Blades at Woodland Stadium. For these and more stories, you can visit our Facebook page, log on to Facebook and like the Radio Ichengelo page, and link to radioichengelo.radio12345.com. On behalf of the entire newsroom, my name is Sera Tamina. Have a blessed day.
The main news was brought to you by Moose Milling and Go TV Broadcasting Zambia Limited.